And they are racing. Slender Betsy with an alert beginning from between horses. Courting War, flashing speed as they leave the shooting straight up the main course. Mambo Kitten came away racing in third. Miss Matchmaker, the favorite, is fourth at about 5 off a pace. And we trail back 3 lengths to Dogwoods, Millie Jean, and Cortado. They race as a team. And still 3 lengths back to Amarada at the back of the pack. 4.5 furlongs to go. And it's Courting War and Bodiful. They match strides 2 in front of Smokin' Betsy. Then towards the inside, Amarada. Miss Matchmaker is next as they head into the far turn. So up top to the inside, it's still Courting War. To her outside, Bodiful is second. From the extreme outside, it is Slender Betsy. Now, Miss Matchmaker cut loose. She breezes up. She's 4 wide, but she's doing it easily as Mambo Kitten is awaiting racing room. Still 3. Back to Dogwoods, Millie Jean to the top of the home stretch, and they fan out almost 5 across the course. And here comes Miss Matchmaker up and after Courting War, who's still fighting on. Mambo Kitten finally found room. She's up the fence, late on the scene, down the stand side. Slender Betsy from the backfield. It's Cortado 1/16th left. Miss Matchmaker. Miss Matchmaker, she found her friends, and she's going to win here. Going away, Miss Matchmaker punched home by about 4. A 4-way picture for second involving Courting War, Cortado. Slender Betsy was there, as was Bodiful. No doubt about the winner, Miss Matchmaker. Tons the best at 3-2. Filled the apron here. Race 2 under Caleb Hayes' orders. They are racing. Ingersoll with an alert beginning. The favorite, Son of Grace, flashing speed. And forwardly placed is Ready to Shake. Onto the run the first turn. On the inside, it is Ingersoll leads. Up to the outside, Son of Grace, and the 2 favorites go on with it. 1.5 lengths to Ready to Shake from third. This point in time settles on fourth at about 5 off the pace. Then Transfer the Funds and Overprotective is mid-flight now, about 8.5 off the lead. Rubenstein is 2 in front of Passion Azteca, and at the back of the pack as they go up the backside is TJ Munnings. The quarter up on the board, 23 and 2/5 seconds. Ingersoll shows him by the 4.5 pole, in front by a length, 9-5 shot. Son of Grace still pocketed up there from second. 3 back to Ready to Shake, who's up a spot as they head into the far turn. This point in time is to the outside. This quartet has quickened about 7 or 8 lengths on Overprotective, who's way out of it now as they start to really spread out outside the 5/16 pole. Ingersoll is still there. Son of Grace is still chasing. They're about 7 lengths in front of this point in time. Then comes Transfer the Funds as they continue to race around the turn. It's a 2-horse match race to the top of the home stretch. Ingersoll is still there. Son of Grace is still trying to press on past, and they turn on down. And these two come together outside the furlong grounds where Son of Grace has put away Ingersoll. Son of Grace opening up by 4, now by 5. Late on the scene from the backfield, running up into second. Transfer the Funds. But Son of Grace for the Riv, a much the best winner. Son of Grace by about 3 in the end. Transfer the Funds was second. Then it was TJ Munnings, and I think Overprotective tagged Ingersoll on the wire for the bottom of the super. She's in. They're at the post. And they are racing. Good start for the Beauty's Tail on synthetic debut. Also flashing speed, waiting on William. Up the inside comes Miss Super Saint. The Gray Sing Songbird came over racing a joint fourth with a Real Hero as they head over to the opening turn. Then a couple lengths further back as they work over to the turn to hashtag winner. Joy of Treasure is second last, and Gray Nay, she's at the back of the pack, just about 10 lengths off the lead with outside 6 furlongs to go. They work around the turn. They straighten up for the backstretch journey. The quarter on the board, 24 and 3. Miss Super Saint leading, waiting on William. Now the Beauty's Tail stacks up 3 deep. Sing Song Bird to the outside of a Real Hero. They're 4th and 5th, only a couple lengths off the pace. They really start to bunch up the backside. Length further back to Joya Treasure, then it's hashtag winner, and Gray Nay still out at the back. Just outside a half mile to go. The first half mile on the board, slow, 49.77 seconds. It's Miss Super Saint still dueling with waiting on William. The Beauty's Tail continuing to track 3 deep. A Real Hero locked and loaded to the inside. She's just waiting racing room. She's held in right now by Sing Song Bird. Hashtags winners starting to roll. Joy of Treasure is next. Still 2. Back to Gray Nay. Rounding the turn with a quarter to go. And there goes the Beauty's Tail, cut loose by Dela Cruz. The Beauty's Tail off the turn in front by a length. Here comes Joy of Treasure tipping off cover to the top of the home stretch. Many chances here as the Beauty's Tails found the front. Down the stand side, continuing to run along. Sing Song Bird way out wide. Joy of Treasure, 1/16 to go. Up the inside. Here comes Hashtag Winner, who's rolling along the fence. Hashtag Winner edging clear late. Hashtag Winner gets up 3 parts of a length. The Beauty's Tail was second. Sing Song Bird and a Real Hero photoed for show. The running time 1:46 flat. And they are racing. Awkward beginning for a bounding broken at Tangle. Kitty's Promise flashing speed up the fence from between horses Liberty Bell. Understandable is now forwardly placed as Destiny's Darling stacks up 4 deep. From between horses, Foot Rub Love and My Dark Secret emerges up to the outside as they head up the backside. 5 Queen Seaward is even further out than a link for the back to Whiskey Sis, now backpedaling, and in fact just got passed underneath as they head up the backside by Bareback Fun. Still 2 links for the back to Carry On. Long way last after the blown start of Bounding. She is way out of it. The quarter drilled 22 seconds flat. It's Kitty's Promise, who's had 1 start over this Turfway surface, and it was a win. She shows the way outside the quarter-mile pole by a half length. Understandable from second. Liberty Bell to the outside third. Seaward starts to gear up from fourth. A waiting room in behind horses. Foot Rub Love to the top of the home stretch. Here comes Understandable after Kitty's Promise as Foot Rub Love trying to squeeze through a narrow opening, but that hole may be closed as Liberty Bell lunges up to the outside late on the scene. Here comes Seaward, who's lifting off with My Dark Secret as well. Many chances. Here comes My Dark Secret up the inside. Foot Rub Love. These two to the wire, and a photo that I think goes to My Dark Secret over Foot Rub Love. Then it was Liberty Bell at 1:11-3. And they are racing in the Danny Green Memorial. What a blast, broke inwardly, then stumbled shortly after the start, but it was a fast and clean beginning for Fratty as they head over the opening turn. On the inside, Fratty shows the way. Up on the outside, keen to go on, hard held as Dust Storm. Down the inside, it's Ghost Rider third. Miranda Wrights, the favorite to the outside from fourth. The link for the back, it is First Class Harlow and What Blast as they turn up the backside. So a couple links for the back to fast it with forward as they continue to run up the backside. Southern Crush is next, and Quadra Island is deep on the course as they head up the backside. Long way last is Code 1. So up the backside they go. The quarter on the board, 23.96 seconds. Long shot leader, Dust Storm shows the way. Fratty at a big number. Those two stride for stride. It's Schoolmaster who starts to split horses as they head over the far turn run. First Class Harlow right there too. Now the favorite Miranda Wrights is locked and loaded from fifth as they work around the turn. Then it is Safe Trip Home down along the inside. Ghost Rider, still a couple back to first with Forward and Southern Crush. They round the turn. Dust Storm still there. Frady right there. Now Miranda Wrights has been given the cue as they round the turn to the top of the home stretch. Here comes Miranda Wrights sweeping up and after the lead. Down on the inside, still fighting on. Back into second is First Class Harlow. They're inside the final furlong. And up top, it's Miranda Wrights. Through from the inside, Safe Trip Home got through. And Safe Trip Home opening up with authority here. Safe Trip Home, well prepared by Dougie Callens, wins. Gathered up the fence to win by about 2. Miranda Wrights was next, and it was What a Blast in First Class Harlow. But what a performance on debut here from Safe Trip Home for PTK. Much the best. Oscar Award is in. They're at the post. And they are racing. Rocket start for Eldest Son. Also fantastic again is forwardly placed. Meanwhile, Jin Tong for Calumet came away racing in third. In God's Time has worked his way over the fence beneath Joe Rocco from fourth. Oscar Award spun out in a 3-path from fifth. A link for the back to Thunderian. And Fast Bite is at the back of the pack. Almost single file as they work around the turn just outside 3/4 of a mile to go. Fantastic again shows the way, racing a couple lengths off the rail there, and really hard held as they head up the backside with that high head carriage as Jin Tong to the outside of Elda's Son, second and third. Oscar Ward content to track from fourth. 2 lengths further back. In God's Time is covered up to the outside by Thunderian. Fast Bite is keen to go on, but hard held there at the back of the pack, the quarter 24 seconds flat. They approach the half-mile grounds, and Fantastic again shows the way with the ears up by just about 2. Jin Tong second. Elda's Son to the inside from third. Oscar Ward, no twist in the spot. He's still fourth as Thunderian starts to warm up to the outside of Fast Bite. In God's Time is at the back of the pack. Half-mile controlled tempo, 48 and 2. Fantastic again, still there. The lead is a length and a half. Now, Oscar Ward has been given the cue to go on. He's raced up into second. Meanwhile, Elda's Son is battling back to the inside of Jin Tong. 4 lengths further back to In God's Time. Then Thunderian. Fast Bite still trails. 3/4, 12 and 4, and they turn on down. And Fantastic again has shouldered the load. Has a final Florence furlong to find. Whip is out on Fantastic again, and he spurts away by 3. Elda's Son's going to battle it out for the Miners, but inside the final 16th of a mile, Fantastic again ran them off their feet. Corrales in victory pose, and Fantastic again gate to wire by almost 5. Elda's Son was second, then a photo between Jin Tong and Oscar Ward. Running time for the mile, 1:37 and 1. Fantastic again all the way up top for 3 Chimneys Farm. Full gate of 12 are at the post, and they are racing. El Ahijado is hard hustled out of the gate. Camp Daddy jumped well. And Strugar is forwardly placed as well. Let My People Go now advances to the inside from fourth. Trust Daddy's fifth. Graphic Detail is sixth and about a length and a half off the pace. Rocket Dog full of run. Needs a seam there up the backside and is covered up to the outside as they continue to run up the backside by Fort Lowell. Advancing to the inside of horses is Maintenier, still 3 back to Caramelito, a link to Carmel Bay, and Truly Mischief at the back of the pack. Let My People Go shows the way after quarter 22 and 1. Into the far turn. From between horses, Strugar now moves a closer second. Up to the outside, Camp Daddy third. Trust Daddy to the inside from fourth. Up to the extreme outside, starting to gain ground now. Here comes a Graphic Detail. Also, Rocket Dog tips off cover and from the backfield, running on both Caramelito and Fort Lowell to the top of the home stretch. And Let My People Go is off the turn in front by 2. Strugar comes on through to be second. The 3-time Turfway winner is a link behind. Now Graphic Detail is set down for the drive, but Let My People Go still finding up top. Let My People Go in front by 2. Graphic Detail is lunging down to the wire. Let My People Go! Gate to wire. Graphic Detail was second, and a multiple horse photo for show in 1:16.14 seconds, just a second and 7/100ths off the track record. Frank Miller locked up. They're at the post. And they are racing. Caesar's Ghost put in tight shortly after the start is last. Saturn Boy is first, and Vamonos up the fence is forwardly placed as well on the run the first turn. 3 deep comes Caballo Feliz. On that one's back is Brilliant Colors, who's shaded by Shortly. Then advancing to the outside of Let It Ride Clyde is Sailor's Choice as they work around the turn. Connect Me is right to that one's outside, and then to the inside is Cesar's Ghost, and still 7 or 8 back to Beer Mosa on debut, is being really shoved upon down the backside, but is not advancing at this juncture 23, and to the time for the opening quarter, the 3 across the course. In the middle, Saturn Boy to the outside, Caballo Feliz. Vamonos to the inside from third, about 4 lengths further back. Shortly starts to gain ground to the inside, is getting ready to run into a hole there as Fashion Money has him covered up to the outside. Still 2 lengths back to Brilliant Colors, perfectly placed from Joe Ramos, about 4. Back to Connect Me, who starts to unwind. Caesar's Ghost is next. Let It Ride Clyde and Beer Mosa at the back of the pack. Saturn Boy and Caballo Feliz still there. Up to the outside, here comes Sailor's Choice, as Shortly is bullying his way from between horses. Shortly is loose and charging after Saturn Boy is around the turn towards the top of the home stretch, and Connect Me at a big number is closing in as well to the top of the home stretch, and Saturn Boy will cut the corner. Up to the outside, here's Malcolm with Sailor's Choice, as Shortly is wander down to the inside in front of Caballo Feliz, and Caesar's Ghost down the stand side, but Saturn Boy is still there. Sailor's Choice is still lunging. Saturn Boy to the inside, Sailor's Choice late on the scene, Caesar's Ghost, but Saturn Boy at 10-1 wins it. Saturn Boy wins by almost 2. Photo between Caesar's Ghost and Sailor's Choice. Then it was Connect Me in 1:39 and 2.